Sometimes it could get annoying when people are always bringing up the idea of a WWE guy going to AEW. And in all honesty, I can understand why people would be frustrated. But this is a pretty interesting name that I feel like we have to talk about. So today, we're talking about Elias possibly going to AEW.
You have arrived at your destination.
Now, you might be wondering, how did this topic get brought up today? But as I was searching the web, just doing my usual reading for pro wrestling stuff, Forbes posted a very interesting article basically stating that there is a possibility Elias could go to AEW when his contract expires in 2020. So I'm going to actually put that link in the description. I want to touch on it in just a second. But guys, first, I want to say thank you. If you guys didn't know, we released this brand new merchandise. Wrestling is real. People are fake. I actually had a discount code for 20% off holiday season, and so many of those actually got redeemed that I decided to make another one. This one does have limited use, so if you guys want 20% off of this crew neck, it's available in blue, red, and black. Go ahead and let me know. There is a link in the description for that as well. Code DPW20, get 20% off. I make very little profit off of these, but I think it's a pretty cool shirt, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, nonetheless, let's talk about the Elias Samson, right? You guys remember Elias Samson? Well, now it's just Elias for short, and quite honestly, we don't really know much about what's happening with Elias right now. Obviously, there's been a little bit of some injury stuff, and for the most part, it seems like WWE just did what they do with pretty much mostly anybody that comes from NXT, which is really interesting when you look at Elias, who almost looked like he could have been a major deal in WWE's main roster. And I'm not saying WWE has blown the opportunity to do so, but I do want to say WWE, has had the opportunity several times to give him the push that he deserves. And every time they get closer and closer to doing it, they stop. One of the biggest accolades that he actually has in the WWE is being a 24/7 champion, and that's pretty much all that comes to mind. So a guy like Elias going to AEW would be very interesting. It would be very interesting because AEW does need bigger guys. They need some heavyweights in the business of pro wrestling, and on their show Dynamite, that is something that they lack. But Elias is also somebody who is not only very skilled on the mic, but he's good enough in the ring to be able to put on a good performance. And I think when you mix the acrobatics that everybody else possesses in AEW, plus the character work of Elias, I think it makes a lot of sense to have him go there. Now, I know what the comments are going to say in this video. Oh, everybody from WWE is going to go to AEW. And it's going to be like some bullshit made up stuff that people like to comment in the videos. I see this not only in my videos, but everybody else's. Guys, we're not saying that Elias is signing to AEW. What we're saying is Forbes has posted an article saying that there is a possibility that he could be going to AEW. And there's a couple reasons why. And I'm pretty much saying that I don't think that he might necessarily sign with AEW. I think he's going to use AEW as leverage to get a bigger contract with WWE, maybe a better push. But I'm also going to state one major thing too. I'm stating Elias would probably be better off in AEW as a company. They need a little bit more of a mixture of guys, and Elias is definitely that guy you would want to bring in. That caliber of skill is just definitely needed in your company. And I think when you look at WWE, they have quite a few characters that work pretty well. Then they have the, high flying acrobatics. They have a little bit of a mixture of everything, and that's exactly what AEW, Impact, ROH, and all these other companies should strive for. And actually, one company that I always give the most credit to in this situation, you may not hear it a lot on this channel, is Impact. Everybody on Impact has a little bit of a character, has a little bit of something that's unique to them that makes them stand out differently from the rest of the roster. And Elias is somebody who has that. And I think if you do just that, if you simply put Elias in AEW, you're helping them out tremendously. So ultimately, I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. The idea of him being associated with Randy Orton and, the revival, I think is just very, very interesting. And I wouldn't be shocked if conversations had happened at some point that stated, maybe he would be interested. And of course, time will tell, but when his contract does expire, whether or not he goes to AEW will be the big question. Do I think he'll be successful there? Absolutely. If I'm AEW, do I go after a whole bunch of WWE guys? No, I don't, but I absolutely do go for Elias, and that would be a good decision on their end. So, guys, I want to know what you think. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at Tango with Tango, and don't forget we have the merch. Again, we just uploaded a new code. 20% off. Use the code DPW20. It's the link in the description. And, guys, I will see you next time right here on Destination PW.
You have arrived at your destination.